Thanks, Colart, and thanks for having me here tonight. It's a real honour, and I'm very humbled to be speaking after such an incredible lineup of amazing women. Yes, I need a clicker. Which direction are we going in? The other way. I'd like you to just bear with me for a minute and close your eyes. Take a deep breath and imagine an ideal world. What does that look like? What does that feel like? To me, it's a place where everybody is valued. Everybody can contribute their skills and talents in a way that enables everybody to live a more rich, full life. Open your eyes. I'd just like to briefly give a very generalized view of what I feel society kind of dictates how the world is. We've got money at the top. Money makes the world go round, yes, but that seems to be at the forefront. Underneath that, a hierarchical structure of people and organizations climbing over each other to get to the top, to reach that sought-after, successful status of, wealth and prosperity. Underneath that, we have the world. Yes, we're starting to realize that resources are finite. We need to look after this place if it's going to be there for future generations. But we've still got a really long way to go. And then right down at the bottom there, we've got everybody else that I don't feel the world places very much, the societal structure places very much value on. Whether they're older people, people struggling with health or well-being, invisible illnesses, mental health. Heaven forbid we talk about mental health, or that this structure has sort of, the pressure of this structure has caused some of those people to be suffering from those things. This might sound harsh, but this is what led to what Colart mentioned was my breakdown, and what forced me to stop and think about what am I doing in this world and why, and take down those sort of tunnel vision of striving for success, and actually open my world up to think, gosh, there's a whole world out there, and yes, it's full of problems, but I'll have to thank my sister at the back there for inspiring me to believe that we can actually all make a difference in this world, no matter how big or small. Sorry, I get a bit emotional about this stuff. This quote was always been really important to me through this time. Believe there is good in the world, and the best way to do that is be the good. I used to say it in my mind as a mantra, be the good, be the good. How can I make a difference here? And at the same time I was going through all these things, I started to learn a lot about social enterprise, and I was so drawn to it because it flipped that whole notion on its head, and it actually put people at the top, all people and our planet. And organizations could be formed around helping solve issues that people and our environment has. And yes, money is still there, but in a way that supports and makes what we're doing sustainable. It's not at the focus and forefront of why we do things. And I was also inspired by so many other incredible organizations out there doing things for people of lesser value. I'll have to give a shout out to Adriana in the audience, who has an amazing social enterprise, the Pallet Kingdom, helping young people with mental health learn how to make furniture out of pallets, which is waste. And so I started to think about how I could use my skills and talents as a creative person. I love to make and use my hands, and I have skills in business. I've always been in business, with this new idea of social enterprise and how we could create purpose for people through giving, for being generous. And through my own struggles with mental health, I knew of the therapy of knitting and crochet. And I was thinking about a couple of groups of people that struggle, older people struggling with isolation and people struggling with mental health, and how the therapy of those two things can be so beneficial, as I learned firsthand. And when I look more at the stats for these people, I was quite shocked. More than 50,000 people over 65 suffer from chronic isolation and loneliness. And last year, over 1.5 million people engaged with a specialist mental health or addiction service. And that just fueled me to do something about it. And so I dreamt up this social enterprise called Make, Give, Live that was focused on community-crafted warmth and well-being, with the vision to connect, empower, and enrich the lives of people that were struggling with isolation or well-being. And what we do is we get groups of people together every week in their local communities to enjoy the good old therapy of human connection that somehow we've gotten too busy for, and the therapy of knitting and crochet. And we create these gorgeous handcrafted beanies out of pure New Zealand wool for kids and babies. Go on, call up, put it on. Kids and babies and adults. And the sustainable part is that we sell them as buy one, give one. So for each one sold, we give one to a homeless or older person in need. And that really adds to the purposefulness for the makers. And our giving is enabled through partnerships with Age Concern Auckland and LifeWise help us give to homeless people. And that's a really special thing that we do. But what I love about these groups is that they're so intergenerational and diverse. You know, we welcome and place value upon everybody there, no matter what their background, where they're from, what their age is. And to see the magic happen is just really special. These friendships are deepening so much after a year now of coming together weekly, and the knock-on positive effects for their communities through the connection is really powerful as well. This is Marjorie in the middle there, who rang me up and she said, I've read about Make, Give, Live. I really want to be involved. What have you got going in my area? And I said, there's a few ladies at the Senior Citizens Club who are doing a bit of making for us. And she said, no, you don't understand. I do not want to be around old people talking about hip operations and their latest ailments and complaining and, sitting there doing I don't know what else. I want to be around young people that make me feel alive and inspire me. And so I said, please come to our group. I'm sure you can make this one. And the thing is, she's just as valuable there as everybody else, because she's not past her use-by date. She might be older, but she's got a wealth of experience and knowledge, and her knitting skills are crazy. And she's got so much to share with the group, as does everybody. While we're a business, we're not focused on profit, performance, and staff. What we really care about is impact, fulfillment, and family, and I think that really shows through. And I just want to leave you tonight with a message just to ask you to see the value in everybody, take off those invisible, subconscious sort of judgment filters that we might carry around, and if at all possible, create opportunities for those people to feel valuable, because we rise by lifting others. Thank you.